Hello and welcome. It's been a hot minute since I did a live stream. I am your host, Jesse, and we have something a little bit familiar, or more familiar, going on the bench tonight. Right to it, we go. These three machines right here are going to be the source of our, subject of our video tonight. And I just realized that I don't have the comments or the chat up yet, so bear with me while I do such things. But while we're doing that, these machines came from various places. There's a VCF Midwest page, there's a Bit History Surplus Sale, and then there's a mystery one. Let's be realistic, I don't know where it came from. But there's three there, you're staring at the three. So that is what we have here. So they have various states of problems. I don't know if you can read the label, but on the top one, but the very top one, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't, but it says no post. Alright, well, a moment here. We're going to pop out the chats, and we'll get this chat in here. It looks like I haven't missed anything whatsoever, so that's always good. Alright, just bear with me 1 second. Okay, we have missed absolutely nothing in the terms of the chat. That's always good. We close that tab out. We close this tab out. Okay, great. Alright, now let's go on with our regularly scheduled programming. Some of these things I've added to the system. Yeah. This is a compact LTE 5150. This is a VCF Midwest one. I did not pay $40 for it. Like you will see that it has a price tag of $40 on it. So that's the first one. And if you watched that VCF Live that I did, there was a gentleman that he was a Commodore guy, I believe, and we talked for probably a good 15-20 minutes, despite the fact that I know absolutely nothing about Commodores. So that's why we go to these things. But yes, I had my battery and AC adapter for my Golden 5000. We found out that the machine didn't post. The seller agreed to give the gentleman's money back to him. I think his name was Kevin, who was the gentleman that bought it originally. And then I offered to buy it for $20. So we'll see if we can make something out of that. And then the next guy here, this is an LTE 5100. Powers on, but no boot. We'll have to get some clarification on what that means. That's a Bit History Surplus Museum. And then we have a 5000 that is in very bad shape. It is Sad Panda, and it hangs on post. So there is that. So we're going to start with the Sad Panda that's already half tore apart. Oops, hold on 1 minute while I configure this camera to not be in, so it's in the right mode. There we go. Fun little OBS bug. Or iPhone bug. I'm not sure whose bug it is, but it's a fun little bug. But yes, we have our 5100, a 5150, and a 5000. The 5100, I suppose I should open these up. This has an active matrix display. It's got a worn down nub. It's actually not in too bad a shape. I don't know if the battery actually attempts to take a charge. It is a nickel metal hydride pack. Those are always useful to have, especially ones that do, this one, I don't know how good this one's going to be. It's starting to leak its juice on the outside. But anywho, that's the LTE 5100. Put that off to the side for a second here. And there are drives in some of these, because I may have worked on them and never removed the drives. A 5150, slightly larger display, passive matrix display. I don't know if this is the original display to this unit or not. I know this piece is not original. I don't know, the 5000's 5100s and the 5200s, these little indicators were little dots. So maybe there's some abnormalities with the 5150, 5250, I'm not sure, but regardless, I think it's a Frankenstein, but I could be wrong on that. Finally, Sad Panda is missing pieces. Somebody was in it before me. Uh-oh. And hold on a minute. Things are breaking. So yeah, this thing's got... Oh, this is not even showing how bad the yellowing is. Okay, this is... Rest assured you, this is a very yellow keyboard. And since we have this one, we got it started. There is no memory in it. Let's see what it does, shall we? Not going to do capture devices tonight, just for this my TV, just because we need to see what these are doing in real time. Yeah, we really should get that secured. Now this will... Oh, we need to... Okay, so you power on. We do have a hard stop at 8 p.m. Central, just for the record. At that point, I do encourage each and every one of you to jump over to Justin D. Morgan if you're watching this live. And, oh, yeah, this is posting very slowly, but it did post. We'll see how far this gets. Oh, there's no floppy in there. I do have a fourth LTE 5000 that I could use for parts, if need be. It's a passive matrix like this guy. It has a vinegar syndrome screen, so, you know, if we make one notebook out of 4, it's fine. Yeah, and this one's hanging. Sometimes it would hang here, sometimes it would at least offer the opportunity to press a key to continue. We're not getting any of that here, so let's shut this one off at the moment. Oh yeah, this thing's really hung. All right, 5100. Wait, 5150. This one does have a hard drive. It does have a floppy. And if you can see it, where I'm pointing here, this is all this machine does. This is what it did in Chicago. That's what it did up here. So this one definitely doesn't post. There's definitely a problem. Well, if there was no problems, we'd have no live stream. So 5150 is dead at the moment. We'll move on to the 5100. And you'll get a clarification what post but no boot means in about a second here. The screen actually looks pretty nice on this one. It's also got BIOS version 7.32 on it, so this hang will be normal for the first minute. That is a known issue with the BIOS on these machines. Now we just gotta wait another minute, I hope. Hey, put down your phone for about 10 minutes and the inbox blows up. And, oh, this might be making a liar out of me. I don't think it hung for this long. Oh, there it goes. Oh, this is a Frankenstein. I can tell you right now, this is not the original CPU card in this machine. This 5100 was a 90 megahertz machine by default. This is a 150. So somebody did upgrade it at one point. And it's hung. Let's see if it even detects any drives. And I know this drive is good. The hard drive is at least good. The floppy tries to seek, but it doesn't make that normal. It doesn't actually do any seeking. Oh, that's not good. Hard drive, none. Multi-bay, none. Let's see if we can set some defaults. Notebook hard drive bay. Let's see. Auto. Let's see. Is there a way to set this as default? I'm not sure if that's our issue, though. All right, let's see what it does now. Nothing. We literally just jumped right into it with very little introduction. Nothing. I am going to say that this one's probably going to may become our parts machine for the other two, or at least one of them. So I'm almost certain that the motherboard is bad in this one, but I'm not going to make any assumptions. On an LTE 5000 series, there are generally three components to it, much like your Concerto, and I think the LTE Lite has it too. You have the motherboard, which I do not have pictured at this time. You have a processor memory card that most of them look like this. This one does post, but it has a bad memory slot. Not exactly sure why it has a bad memory slot or how I'm going to address that, but it does have a bad memory slot. But we can use it for testing and diagnosis and all that fun jazz. And it does have built-in memory, so that's all right. I don't know how fast this one is, though. This might be a 75 megahertz. All right, and then the second piece of the puzzle here, this connects to the motherboard. This is a DC to DC board. The caps do like to dry out on these. And there has been mixed results with folks replacing the caps on these and getting them back to life. So I don't have any caps for it, but we can at least eliminate DC boards if need be. Let's start with the one that's already tore apart. Let's do that instead. That one's really inconsistent, so I wonder if that could be anything, really. Eesh, that don't sound too hot. All right, so, oh, these are not connected. Okay, that doesn't help matters. Notice the grounds aren't connected. That's annoying. Let's see. I want to get the keyboard out of here. Out you go. This is bugger. This don't want to come out. Oh, wait a minute. We can detach that way. Okay. It is barely attached, anyways. And I believe the cursor is attached. Unless, I think that is the cursor. Don't do what Jesse don't does. Okay. Keyboard is out. Somebody's been in here before me. Which we already kind of suspected. Oh yeah, somebody's been in here before. And this is the design that requires us to take the processor card out first. And how do you get that metal piece out? This one's pretty much out. Do I have to take more of this computer apart to get to the metal? That'd be very annoying, wouldn't it? That's me. That's my fat head. Which I can confirm has gotten fatter in the last 10 years. Ask me how if you want. Or no, I'm not a cop. Just a simple YouTuber trying to do dumb stuff. And that is not attached, so why are you being buddy-duddy? Oh. So this should come right out. I'm pretty sure it comes right out. Okay. Metal, be gone. All right, this is a surgery. More than a surgery than I remembered. Now, some fool didn't get a screwdriver ready for the stream, so he's got to go and hunt that down. Maybe it's on the desk. It is not. Ugh, I should have worn gloves. What happened to that screwdriver? I know not. Right there. Okay. Crisis number 1 is averted. Crisis 2 through 20. I doubt those are going to be averted. We gotta run this. Logged into things I don't remember where they all run to, but and then we have to do the needless switching of tools. Because that's the... Oh! And cue the, we didn't show anything. Let's see if this is a better view. That's a slightly better view. We'll make it work. I want to replace the processor card in it first, because that's the... Oh, we have something attached to it. You're attached to it. Anything else? Oh, yeah, there is. There's plenty attached to this, surprisingly. Oh, boy. There's so much attached to this. Should be an expert on these by now, don't you think? Could it be that the screw that this is holding in is made for the planet Krypton? I don't want to break any plastic. But we probably... What is your deal here, plastic? Once it's attached one other place, at least, maybe. Let's get the display out of the way. We can. Oh, no, I press the keyboard. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, how do I get that out of there? This has to go. I'm almost certain this has to go. There we go. Ooh. That was probably the screw. There's also... Ooh, wait a minute. Somebody really went ham on this old poor system. Piece of metal sitting loose in there. That might be a problem. Now, I'm almost certain that that screw went flying. Yep, okay, it went flying into my hand. Okay, that's... There could be worse places for that to fly. So, let's try a processor card that has bad memory expansion slot in it and see if we get the same result. Although that piece of metal that was sitting in there may be our entire culprit. One other thing to note here as well is we got to change jumper settings. We got to match with what the old one is. That might be a 75 megahertz board that I pulled out of here. You know, most people be, oh great, it's the slowest board in the pack. I'm not mad about that, because if that processor board is still good, and the one that I have goes bad for my one that I've worked so hard to restore, if that one goes on strike, we may have parts that way. Okay. All right. Go in there. Once a compact, always a compact. What am I doing wrong? Not that I want to take this display out, but I think it's going to be time. A lot easier with that display cable out of the way. And okay, that answers the question of where does the ground go. But this one's not detachable. Or it's tucked away somewhere. It is. Okay, it's tucked away somewhere. Path of least resistance, we're going to attach the old one. All right. So going. We do have people in the chat. They're being church mouses, but that's okay. The views pull in the ones of dollars. More importantly, we may actually help somebody someday. So many tiny wires. You really don't want to press on them if you don't have to. Alright, I think we got just about everything attached other than the power for the display. Thought I had company. So I apologize for the random pause there in the middle like so. There's a great amount of debate in the LTE world of whether these little display units from the early 5000s were compatible with the later 5000s. Who needs a political debate when we can talk about accessories that came with computers from 30 years ago? Let's see what this does. Oh, we may need a counterweight. This is worse. I don't. Oh, wait. Took a minute. Odd. I copied the jumper settings exactly. I don't remember what they were before. It's not doing anything anyways. It's doing the same thing. Jeez Louise. Fantasy football's going ham on me tonight. And, oh yeah, so they're all to the right. Twelve, 23, 23, 23, so. Well, what's going on here? I can't hit a barn tonight. I also completely forgot what I just did. That's special. Oh yeah, display settings. Still nothing on the display though. That is weird. Okay, what is this one? That's all the way to the right on all accounts. Let's see if we can put that other one over. That's 12, 23. It's 12, 23. That one's on 12. That's weird. VT. Yeah, that's totally weird. All right, so I really jumped the ship on this one. No, that's inserted. Those grounds might do something. I don't like how long it takes to post. So I'm going to come to the foregone conclusion that this processor card was probably good. Ugh. Doesn't like that at all. Does not like that at all. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. Okay, so just to double check and make sure I had the jumper settings right, I'm going to put it back to the original config. We need 12, 12, or it looks like 12, 23, and 12. Oh no. Alright. Put that back in place. This one belongs on 1 and 2, or 12. Don't worry, Jess, you can't hit the side of the barn. That's all good. Can't find a hole. We're in the wrong hole. Alright, fine. That'll hold it. Posted. Blank display, though. Ooh, wait a minute. It did something different. I'm curious of what this TV, if I hook that up, what that would do. Let's hook up the TV. Let's make this an external problem. Now throw a drive in there, at least a floppy drive. No. I don't remember what input this is on now. That's the other question. So write this down at some point. I believe this. All right. I think it's supposed to be smart enough to identify a display. It does see a display externally, but part of me hopes it hangs at the same spot. Which it looks like it's going to. So, onto the DC card. And you gotta take all this out again. Yeah, so I'm gonna guess that this processor card is good. The original one, that is. So let's get this out of here. We're missing the button because it's usually on the keyboard. I dare try to work around this again. I don't know that I can, but we're gonna try to again. Because we love insanity on this channel. Yeah, this is too much of a nightmare to try to get around, so let's at least pull the power for the display. Yeah, that is a monumental task to pull this out. Let's get our screwdriver. Oh, we gotta pull stay. Well, whatever. Get that out of there. Okay. Back with your friends you go. Let's try a different DC card. And whoever had it before didn't get to this level. Oh, there's some spiders in this thing. They don't look bad. Doesn't mean they are good, but it doesn't look bad. Alright, so where did my other card go? Right there. Which I believe is a good DC to DC converter. And this one's got marks on the cap, so I will know enough to identify it by that. So let's identify it by that. Alright, so we got our DC board, nice and secured. We're going to take the original processor card this time around. I wonder if that wasn't plugged in all the way. It came out really easily that time. Usually those are Fort Knox. Look at that. We are almost halfway done, and we'd have barely scratched the surface of this. Yeah, it's something. Oh, it's in all the way. Wouldn't that be something? Oh. As far as I know, these only went in one way. Yes. These are keyed. And this was screwed in. Put that back. That is screwed in. This is clipped in. My motherboard is loosish, but oh well. Let's get that back in. Let's get that back in. All right. If this doesn't work, if it does the same stuff, then we know it's going to be likely motherboard. And this one will be wrote off. For another day. Oh shit, we forgot the display thing up, but that's alright. I think it can boot without that. I don't like how long it's taking, though. I don't even know if it's on. Do it. Let's hook that back up. Let's see if it... what that's doing, if anything. Whoa! Okay, it just wasn't plugged in all the way. Back there. Takes its sweet old time. More counterweight. It didn't even post now. Maybe that DC card was bad. I really don't want to take apart computer number 4 to get a DC board out of it, but we may be left with little choice. Because this should be posted by now. Yeah, I think the motherboard is dead on this one, but we'll keep that one off to the side. Because I'm almost certain that this machine does have at least a good processor card in it. And I hope I did not destroy that. But we'll see. That one we'll just throw to the side. Not literally. And we'll work on the next unit, Mr. No Post here. And Mr. No Post hasn't been tenderized nearly as much. If the caddy is true, this is a 2.16 gig hard drive of an unknown brand. I didn't have high hopes of that first one. And I'm almost certain that the 5100 is going to be a bad system board as well. But got enough of these machines around here, should be able to find a good card somewhere. Ooh, that's a shorter screw. Well, maybe somebody wasn't here before. I don't know, folks. I have a feeling somebody was in here before me. Or I put one of these together really, really wrong. And 3... Yeah, somebody was in here before me. We have 3 greenish-looking screws, brass-looking screws, and 1 silver screw for the short ones. Anyways, so 5150 is now open. Oh, nope, we have more stuff we gotta take apart. There are 3 screws we have to take apart. And one of them's already off, so we're a third of the way done on that part. There's that. And this YouTuber or this Commodore guy was going to go find me if I spent more than 5 minutes on it, so let's start the timer at 6:48. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. This processor card has more caps on it than the other ones that we did, I think. I don't remember. Does it matter? Not really. Alright, that's out. Clip that off with care. Ground is out. I don't think there's any more screws holding this keyboard on. The keyboard is thick. And we'll see how that other jumper is on there in about a second or two here. So we get this keyboard to let go. That is. Oh, don't knock your cameras over, folks. That's not going to be good. Not supposed to headbutt the cameras. Oh, you know what? No, that's not even attached to anything. But we have a rather bizarre thing attached here. Maybe it... Oh, wait a minute. No, that shouldn't do it. But we'll get rid of that anyways. So the mouse is detached. Keyboard is detached. It's hooked on one thing, literally, and I'm almost certain that there is no screw holding that on. There is not. So what is your malfunction, buddy? Oh, there is something... Oh, the ribbon cable's still connected as well. But I know that was not the thing that was holding us up previously. Alright, 5150 keyboard is aside. Oh, there is a memory module on here. That could potentially be our source of the hang-up, so let's address that. Let's remove that memory module. I don't think we went through that level of troubleshooting at VCF. And what do... Oh, this is a 32 meg stick. Not bad. I'm not mad at that. That was probably worth the 20 bucks by itself. Could be a 64, but I doubt it. All right, do we post now? I doubt it's going to post. But a person can dream. No post. Let me look at something. No, never mind. I thought the processor cards handled the I/O for the floppy and the hard drive, but they don't. But we need to remove a whole mess of stuff to get to things here. Yes. How are we going to do that? Okay, get that out of there. Get the display out of there. I'm not going to go ham on this. It's a relatively complicated assignment. All right, get that out of the side. And this display cable, this one's a beast. At least it feels that way. Maybe it's the same. It's generally the same, but... Oh, these jumpers are all the way to the left across the board on this one. The 1223 jumpers, so... I also forgot what I was doing again. Oh, yes, we're going to get this metal piece out of here. The shielding. We do need to get the display out of here. We also do need to get this out of here. We're going to swap out a processor card, but I don't think the processor card is going to be our issue with this one. This one's either going to be motherboard or DC to DC board. Okay, so there's that. I wonder if that's a temperature sensor. And we've spent officially over 5 minutes diagnosing this laptop, so Commodore guy, you can go find me now. I've announced general locations in my videos in past. You can probably figure it out. Oh, there's another screw right there. Okay, so that other LTE, somebody definitely softened that one up. Is there another screw that's holding this on? I don't think the middle screw comes out. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that one wasn't good. So based on my feelings, I am going to take this DC board out and swap it with one that I believe is good. And, oh, this is interesting. Was somebody in here before? You'll see in a second. the screw is your hint here. Oh, Gabriel, welcome. Yeah, interesting is a nice way to put it. Not having a whole lot of luck so far. But I'm guessing that the screw is supposed to go... Oh, maybe that's a factory. Maybe that is factory. Who knows? That could be used as a counterweight. It's fine. And, oh, we are off. That's why it's not going in like it's supposed to. That would make sense. We are now detached, secured. I don't know if you watched the beginning, Gabriel, but this have 3 of these laptops that are in need of various states of repair, unknown to exactly what repair at the beginning. This particular one came from VCF Midwest, the one I'm touching right now. I did not pay $40 for it. I paid $20. I knew it was dead. I knew I was getting into with this one. Or at least I had the spirit of what I was getting into. All right. We need power for that. We also need to not have random screws on our displays. Even though if it's a passive matrix display, it's still a display all the same. So I'm going to carefully plug this in and see if we get any signs of life from it. I'll be surprised if we do, but you never know. This one might be motherboard. This DC board does the same thing, and I'm almost certain it's okay. We'll give it a minute. This laptop is not fanless. There's a little tiny one right here. And when they go off, you can hear them from Pluto. Yeah, my live streams are hit or miss. I didn't really announce this one that much, so that might be part of it. And we'll try the processor card. We'll see if that makes a difference, because our DC board is not making a difference in this one. And it doesn't matter if it's a 75 megahertz variant or the 150 megahertz variant, they all have the same fan. Although there is a little bit of fine print. The 5380 may be a little bit of a different animal, but I've never owned one of those, so I can't really tell you if the fan configuration is different in that one or not. So we are going to go get this memory module that I know is processor memory module that I know is good. Sans the bad memory slot. If this one doesn't go, then we know it's a system board problem. And people have recapped these, allegedly. I'm not sure if I want to go into that level of work. Right. Alright, why are you being stubborn? Okay, what? Come on. In you go. Why you being so... Why you be like this? Alright, we got that attached. We got this attached. That one doesn't have that kit. What I'm guessing is a temperature sensor, so I'm going to omit that. We should be fine without it for the duration of the testing. In you go. I'm starting to think this one's going to be system board. Although, there is one other Hail Mary thing we could try. Let's pull the status board off. I've had that kill one laptop on me before. It was also the one that I really like out of my collection. If this doesn't flash on in the next minute or two, then I'm going to write this one off as well. Oh, it posted! I'll be damned. Okay, I was not prepared for that. Hold up, please. I'm going to put the original memory card back in. The processor card. I don't know why I keep calling it a memory card, but I'm going to put the original processor card back in, and we'll see. That's a sign of life. That's a promising sign. We may have promise after all. 150. Okay. Why are you doing this now? Let's get you out of the way. We're not lined up. Okay, we are back there. Let's get our display connected again. Much as I hate dealing with these little tiny wires, it's part of the process. Well, we can bat even 1 for 3, or even 1 for 2. We're over halfway our limit here tonight, so we may be only getting 2 done. Or I may just cut the stream off. I don't know yet. Yeah, of course. Now I'd probably come close to an answer. We're going to have stubbornitis here. All right, you want to play Johnny Don't Connect a Lot. Let me make sure I'm not... Oh, I'm putting it in sideways. That could do it. There we go. And I am going to put a drive in here as I feel confident. Where is my floppy drive that I had? Oh, maybe we'll put the hard drive in there. Maybe we'll try that. This one might backfire on me spectacularly, but if it is what it is, it does. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Maybe the processor card is bad too? Try that again. The hard drive does not spin up though. So that does make me a little bit nervous. We can try the original DC board once. But the fact it's not spinning up this hard drive either, so I'm a little less confident all of a sudden. See what it does without a drive, I'm just curious. All right. Yeah, that is not the result I was hoping for on that. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to fail miserably, let's set these jumpers according to the original. Hope that we don't get that white screen. Because that should have done something by now. Me knows it should have done something by now. And that's all the way in there. So yeah, we have a very oddly behaving LTE 5150. Alright, back to this card. We have the jumper set exactly the same on a display as the other card was, so it should work, right? Yeah, I think that's by design with most things these days, or even 30 years ago. Especially in the 90s, it was kind of the wild, wild west. Even in the CMOS battery department, it was like that. Do something. Do anything. Let me see if I have another, what you call it, the display status. I think I have one fairly close here. Dig in our box of junk and hope we find one fast. Ah, we did. It either fell out of the box or I put an empty container in. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Impact Computers. You did something right for a change. But that's not looking too good. For one brief moment, we had something, and then they took it away. Maybe I'll try the original DC board again. Who knows? Maybe this DC board is bad. But I was almost certain that it was good. That's called no bueno. Darn. Well, I have this loose enough, I think I can slip that original DC board in quick. So I'm almost certain that is okay. All right. All right, we are in tight. This is a board that we saw work earlier, so let's hope that it still works. You buzzard. Oh, it did something. Okay, maybe the DC card was bad on that one. But I'm still a little perplexed in this display thing, though. But that's just jumper settings you have to figure out. All right, let's pull that out. Pull that back out. I have faith. It may be misguided, but I have faith. Although I said it earlier this week, and well, look at how that turned out, but we won't go there. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. In my world of disorganization, that's probably a really, really solid device. But that's all the more reason why I'm trying to get to the pile and start cleaning things up. I have so much junk around here that just needs to be inventoried, and might get time to do that now. I don't know. But, okay, we got the basics connected. That's all I care about at the moment. Oh, shoot, I didn't connect that other board. Maybe we don't need to. All right, let's just do that. Let's... One more time. Take, I don't know anymore. I'll be damned. Maybe both, maybe we have multiple interesting problems. Yeah, I gotta start getting more organized about that. That's an absolutely good idea. But this... Alright, so you go away. I'm almost certain that this processor card is dead at this point. Every time I put it in, it does this kind of stuff. Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Whereas my luck is I'm hee-hawing around with these jumpers, and who knows, the display itself might be not great on this one either. Alright, so try it again. Which I believe is a 75 megahertz board for the... I don't even know anymore. Oh, wait, we're going to connect that back up. Try again. Give me the white screen that I had before. It gave me the white screen. Let's try to put a drive in it. Oh, I do see text. Hold on. Great. That's a step in the right direction. Maybe this hard drive is bad. Nope. Hard drive spun up. Although it don't sound too healthy. Okay. Let's find a floppy. Got the hard drive. We got display. We got floppy. Well, the first one made it here consistently. This boots into an OS. I gotta get ready with the mouse click here. It's not moving any further than this. So I'm a little bit concerned there. Should have moved from that by now. Oh, that one's attached. That's one moment. We're gonna harvest parts from another machine. Hold on while we harvest parts from the machines. I have not done that yet. No, this is that might be something we try to do at last-ditch efforts. Generally, it's not needed, but I don't assume anything. Stay. Yeah, last-ditch effort. Although I've done that with other LTE 5000s, especially with the... I think this is one of the boards I actually did it with. Because I really went down that rabbit hole of the... having a maxed out 75 megahertz LTE 5000 with the active matrix display. My LTE 5000 logo is yellowed on it, but I kept that on purpose, so it's kind of like the crack in a Liberty Bell for me. Last ditch effort. This one doesn't go, then I think we have a motherboard problem on this one as well. almost certain it's not going to be two bad DC boards, but yeah, that's just sitting there. Well, we got it. We might as well use it. Who knows, maybe this CPU memory card combo finally died. We got lots of donor drives here. I can re-image those at a drop of a hat. Last ditch effort. Call it motherboard if it's out of there. Or some unspecified problem that I'm not going to get solved tonight. Let's just call it that. We'll call it at that. All right, we'll get you out of there. Get you out of there. Jumper, jumper. Ah, this is another 75 megahertz board. I don't know if I should be testing with 75 megahertz boards, but that's what we got. I'll look at comments here in a minute. I think I saw somebody flipper a comment. Oh, I'm in the United States. Take that as you will. Most of the world is laughing at us right now, and if you want to be my guest as well. Actually, Wisconsin, if you really want to... Oh, wait, we got to connect that. If you really want to get a little bit more granular. Oh, it flickered. That's no good. Incorrectly. Good call. Good call. Well, what in the world? What is this board? Another 75 megahertz board. I don't know how I acquired so many of them. But yeah, that thing is not happy, so yeah, we may just have to go dig into this one offline a little further. And maybe just find the right combination of card, motherboard, maybe clean. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, yeah, we got 25 minutes left. I'm not gonna get into the third LTE tonight, which I almost is certain is motherboard, as it doesn't detect any drives whatsoever, but that's for another night. Alright, so let's get to the webcam. Yeah, so not a great night by any means. We're 0 for 2 on LTEs, although I think this one that's sitting in front of me has hope. I don't know. The very smashed yellow tore apart one, I think that's a goner. So that's the way it is. I'm going to do one more live stream this year. November 21st at 6 p.m. is the tentative date. I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of DVRs on that one and recapping a couple DVRs in hopes, very similar to this stream, in hopes of restoring one of those. Why? I don't know. Maybe I've lost my mind. I don't know, but that's going to be it for now. Thank you, Gabriel, for your commentary. I got a lot of good points on here, and at some point I'll start organizing this stuff and going about it that way, but thank you for making it at least interesting for us. So, and anybody else, if you have any church mice in here that aren't saying anything, thank you for joining. For those who came in out of the fact, thank you for watching. If you like this stream, please like. If you dislike it, please hit that dislike button twice. That way I get the idea and I won't do this again. But until then, thank you for watching. Have a good one.